All right, hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is You Two Can Be Great, gossiping here about Porsha and her current relationship status that's buzzing all over social media, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notification bell, but I like to get right straight to the point, so let's get into the tea. So we all know Portia Williams. And when we first met her, she showed up in Real Housewives of Atlanta. At the time, she was married to Cordell Stewart. And Cordell and her had kind of a tumultuous relationship. The first season she was on there, she talked about being a good wife, catering to him, making sure he's got food, the typical housewife that Cordell wants with his misogyny. And I remember her begging him to have a baby, and he said he didn't want to have a baby. And I remember begging him, asking him for a nanny, saying that she was too busy and she can take care of the kid. She was like, hire a nanny. You got money. And he said, no, I'm not hiring a nanny. He was basically controlling her. Everybody on the cast was trying to tell her that this is not happiness, that this man is crazy. She didn't listen, only for the relationship to start ending in divorce and all these accusations coming out that Cordell may like men or he doesn't like men. It was just a lot. And this relationship was what caused Porsha to ultimately snatch Kenya up at a reunion because she was just going through it. But that was the first relationship we saw her in. The second one we saw her in was Uncle Ben, aka Dennis. And with Dennis, she loved him and his bald headed self. She said that she was happy, she was in love, she was enjoying everything he had to give her. He was rich, he had everything she wanted. And they ended up having a baby. And they ended up having a baby that looked just like him too. Pilar, I think is the baby's name. She's a great mom. She's there. Pilar seems happy. But their relationship didn't go, it didn't go long. I guess he ended up cheating on her while she was pregnant. She found out about it. They weren't able to get past it. He tried a few different times to get back with her. She didn't want to deal with it. And then she ended up deciding that they can co-parent without actually being together, which leads us to her next relationship that we now settle on that may have pushed her all the way up. So she left Uncle Ben at the hot dog stand and said she was going to go to Zamunda. And she went to Nigeria, aka Zamunda, because that's where this man belongs. And she found her kind of a bootleg version of Dennis, except with a twist. He's of Nigerian citizen. He was not an American citizen. When Portia found him, he was married to somebody else at the time. And she allegedly went in there and hopped in his DMs when he knew that he and his wife was kind of like going through it. She saw their house, she saw money, she thought he was handsome, and she thought that she could replace him with Dennis, and Dennis would be all jealous. Only for us to find out later that not only did his ass need a green card, but his financial situation and what he told her and what he presented was not true, and everything that she did to get this man turned back around and bit her in the ass. He has now been since being deported, but while he's gone, he has now retracted her ability to come to Nigeria as a citizen, even though we know she can come visit, as just a visit a visa. But she went to Nigeria and paraded herself with this man, did everything only for them to end up separated. And now I think Portia is at the brink of where she's just tired of being in relationship after relationship after relationship that it fails. So much so that she did an interview recently. And in the interview, she stated that she was dating both a man and a woman. And everybody is shocked because Portia has never presented herself as, wanted to dip on the other side, dip into the river that way. Even when she showed up, I think a couple of seasons ago with her and Kenya getting into it, she had sex with the stripper that we now know is on a different episode or different Tyler Perry show. Um, that he's on, but that was a whole thing about her. We just knew that she loved a lot of Zick, and she was a freak. That was the thing that she liked. Now we're seeing that she's basically flirting on both sides, coming out the closet and letting us know. We don't know if this is a PR stunt. We don't know if this is a storyline. We don't know if it's to keep her on the show because gay is the new thing. I don't know. Not that it's bad to be gay. You can be gay all you want to, but it seems like a lot of celebrities may be kind of dipping into that to get some attention. I don't know. But for her to come out and be in that, I don't know. Maybe she really does that's just who she is. And maybe she was just bi and we didn't know. Who knows? But this is the interview.
The people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay. And he is nice and she is nice. But I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not narcissists. And guess what narcissists do? They love bomb you. They do everything everything. They look perfect. They mirror you. And these people are not. They're challenging me. They're asking me questions. They're not letting me walk over them. They aren't just doing whatever they need to do to get into the relationship. And so I'm not feeling safe enough to open up yet. And so what I have to do is realize if you want something different, you have to also be different. I have to soften up a bit. I have to not expect a whole lot of. So
now we get to where everybody spotted her with her girlfriend is all over TikTok. But this seems to be like an event she was invited to. And this is Sway. The arrow's pointing to her. That's her date, or it seems to be her date that she came with. I mean, Sway is swaying. I mean,
2 a.m. in the morning, 2 shots in, I'm slowing, feeling like you're controlling.
and then on social media, you see that Sway and her are following each other. Sway's following Porsha, Porsha's following Sway. We don't need to hear this again. But let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you think that this is a stunt just for her to stay on the show, or if this is legitimate, because I don't know. It's just all over the place. I think she's just looking for love, but I don't know if she's looking for it in the right place. But if she is and she didn't found her Sway, I hope it's good. I hope she enjoys herself. Maybe she's just so traumatized by men, she's willing to just try women just so she can get treated better and she can find happiness. Who knows? But let me know what y'all think.